how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Where's the press conference after that?
Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there with the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand. Especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting. Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. Banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
We have an unemployment rate that's been below 4% for over a year and a half. That's a 50-year record. Over 13 million jobs since this president got here, 800,000.
Oh, my God. This guy, that's Jared Bernstein. He won't give it up, that 13 million jobs. Look it up. Look it up. He didn't create 13 million jobs. Everybody knows that. It's another lie from the White House. 10 million of 13 were created. In other words, when people went home because they had to shut your job down because of COVID, they sent you home. 10 million came back, and that's before Biden became president. When he became president, another 3 million came back. He only gets credit for 3 million, but doesn't make any difference to them. Okay. So what's going on? Well, are they going to raise rates? Well, that's going to be a big question. They're going to raise rates or not. Most likely they are. But think about this. What an atmosphere that they're raising rates in. We got homeowners have lost already $2.3 trillion in home value since it peaked. That's crazy. 61% of the people can't pay their credit cards. That's really bad. Personal bankruptcies are up 23% for the first 6 months of this year. The only thing holding the banks up are the bank term funding program of about $2 trillion. If it wasn't for that, these banks would be collapsing. That's the only thing that's holding the banks up. You imagine they just, hey, let's print $2 trillion and we'll shove it into the banks. And I said yesterday, if you take all 8,000 banks, all the liquidity is about $3 trillion. So you can see what kind of bad shape these banks are in. But nobody wants to talk about it. No one wants to talk about it. People pulled out of their home all their money, refinanced. 2.8 trillion, the 1.2, the 1.6, that's between 2020. That's in 24 months. So it's amazing. But here's this is what's really crazy. So this entire stock market for 13 years had been driven by massive money printing And then all that money went to the Fed, and then the Fed took the money and put it into all their banks. Then they told the banks to loosen up. Let's put all this money, let's increase money supply out there. Just get all those loans out there. And all that money's still sloshing around. Nobody's taking any of that money out. And the problem with that money still sloshing around is destroying our economy because our government is still doing stupid things with the money. You know, building a a trail for Michelle Obama, a museum for the LGBTQ, whatever it is. I mean, I can go on and on. Just waste of money. See, that's the problem. When our Senate and our Congress, rather, turns around and just prints all this money and puts it out there in the economy and never takes it back, never goes and says, we got to get this money back, then it keeps on going. It has nowhere to go, but they keep spending it and spending it and spending it. And that's what's going on. And people don't think, it's not going to be a recession. Never mind a recession. We're going to stagflation. Never mind a recession. But it's interesting how we're now, after 13 years of tech stocks, rotating out of tech back to value. Are you nuts? Let's talk about that for a minute. So they're going from growth, big tech, to value. So if you take the growth stocks, they do best when inflation is low. Economic growth is weak and rates are low. Well, that's tech stocks. Let's see what's going on with that. Let's see. So they do best when inflation is low. Is inflation low? No, it's high. Okay. Economic growth weak. The week is almost record week. Rates are low? No. Okay, not right now. They're not really low. Okay, they keep raising them. We're at 5.25. So they said, well, let's get out of the growth stocks now because of this, and let's go into value stocks. Well, let's see what value stocks are. Well, they do best in high inflation. Oh, I see. Growth stocks do best. The tech stocks do best in inflation is low, but I see value stocks, what everybody's buying now, does best when inflation is high. Well, we do have high inflation. And they also do best when you have strong economic growth. Well, we don't have strong economic growth, so none of them fit. Think about it. So the growth stocks, to come out of the growth stocks, to go in the value stocks, like getting out of the firing pan into the fire. So they don't fit. Growth stocks doesn't fit because they do best when there's low inflation. We don't have low inflation. Yeah, we do have economic growth this week, but rates aren't low, so we don't have inflation low, and we don't have rates that are low, so that's gone. So they're right about growth stocks. That's why they stopped going up. But the value stocks, they're not any better. We got high inflation. They love it. You got to have high inflation with value stocks, okay? Okay, and you need real strong economic growth. We don't have that either. So that's the problem. So value stocks won't work. And tech stocks don't work. But they're pretending value stocks are working. The fake business network are pretending value stocks are working. Like the banks are value stocks. And they're pushing up the bank stocks now. Are they nuts? And for all these people who are just getting in the market now, based on all the noise, how everything's just good now.
We have an unemployment rate that's been below 4% for over a year and a half. That's a 50-year record. Over 13 million jobs.
Okay, everything's great, yeah. Then this story.
So I think the inflation story is history, Will, and one reason for that is the fact that the money supply has been contracting on a year-over-year basis.
Contracting? Money supply's been contracting? Give me a break. The reason we have such a problem is there's too much money sloshing around because we wouldn't do a recession to get that money out. We wouldn't fix it. And because of all that money sloshing around, there's only one place to go. They keep spending it. That's why housing's still going up. There's still money out there. The banks are still lending. And government's taking all this money and spending it on stupid programs. What's he talking about? Just another lie. It's unbelievable. So if you think about it, you really shouldn't be in growth stocks. You shouldn't be in the value stocks. They don't work. First of all, let's take the value stocks. Those, if you take the S&P, we got a PE ratio of 21 times earnings. So what's earnings? Are you out of your mind? Institutions aren't going to pay for value stocks. Who's buying these value stocks? It's not the institutions. You think they're going to pay $21 for every $1 of earnings? Wrong. They're not. So who's in there buying these stocks? Tourists. Our tourist investors. Now, I can give you all the reasons why the market's going to crash and go through the October low, especially all the leading economic indicators are really bad. When we get back from the break, we'll talk more about, how do we make money in this kind of market? Easy. More when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, it's like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, you know, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, remember you can listen to me on Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, Apple, and YouTube. And also go to Instagram where I have these shorts. They're a minute long, free, and where I do these little segments on the stock market, what I think is going to happen. So you should check that out. I mean, it's really done well. You know, we're getting 15, 20,000 hits. I mean, it's because people like that just a little 1 minute, and they get a lot of information from it. So check it out. That's on Instagram and also app on YouTube. And I'm going to do once a week. I'm going to do one on YouTube, but it's going to be a long one, and I'm going to put the week in context. Okay, so I'm going to review the week, so you understand what really happened, nice and simple, so everybody understands it, away from all this crazy noise. Talking about noise, you know, all this nonsense that's going on here at Phil's Gang, we're still doing very, very well, consistently well, because it doesn't matter to us at Phil's Gang whether the stock market screwed up or the economy screwed up. Because the one thing I've learned over 52 years, all you have to do is follow the money. Just like a detective, always follow the money. You follow the money, and you follow the yields. You follow the yields. Pay attention to your yields, follow the money, and as long as you have the skill to short stocks as well as buy, it doesn't matter. You still do well, whether stocks are going down or stocks are going up. And each one of our stocks, whether it was our tech stocks, our bank stocks, our oil stocks, our leisure stocks, we bought every one of those stocks when nobody else was buying them, when they weren't popular. That's how you do it. You got to know when to do it. And then we shorted. And now we're going to go into a lot of shorting. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. I want to play this cut first, because this says it all.
The market is up 20%. It's all been PE multiple expansion. That's only happened to this degree in 2020 and 2009 when the Fed was cutting rates and they were stimulating the economy, not when they were raising rates and trying to slow the economy. So it just doesn't make sense to us today. We cannot make sense of current market valuations.
That's right. Exactly what I was talking about. If you take the growth stocks and the value stocks, it doesn't make sense. Exactly what I was talking about. Because if you take the growth stocks, they say, oh, let's get out of the growth stocks now, the big tech stocks, and let's shift to value stocks, bank stocks, whatever. And what doesn't make sense is that if you take the 20% he's talking about, the market went up 20%, Remember, there's been so far about 120 trading days, -5 or +5. But let's just use 120 days trading. That 20% he talked about, that was only over 15 days, 10 to 15 days. That's it. We only had 10 to 15 days that gave us that 20%. That tells you how bad this market is. Now you go back to, the growth stocks. They do best when inflation is low. Well, inflation's high. They do best when economic growth is weak. Well, that works. And they do best when rates are low. Well, rates aren't low, they're high. So that doesn't work. But they told you to go into value stocks now. So you go to value stocks, and they do best in high inflation. Well, that's okay. We got high inflation and strong economic growth. Well, we don't have that because are you kidding? We got some of the worst economic growth in history. So either one of those works. And the PE ratios don't work. Who the hell's going to pay for tech stocks $31 for every $1 of earnings? Or who's going to pay for the S&P stocks that say $21 for every $1? No one's going. Institutions aren't going to pay that. So this whole thing is screwed up. But it doesn't matter to us because we know how to buy a stock. And then when these stocks fail out of all the stupidity that's happened, this is all caused from QE and not getting the money out of the market, not doing a recession. They refuse to do a recession. The big money won't do a recession. They don't want a recession. And Congress doesn't want a recession. They want inflation so they don't have to pay down our debt to China, that we just keep devaluating the dollar because inflation goes up, our dollar goes down, that means our debt goes down. Remember, Congress isn't working for us. They work for the power. I mean, I shouldn't say all of them. There's some good congressmen, okay? But the majority, but the Democrats, are you kidding me? You're either an American or you're a Democrat. You can't be both. You got to be either an American, the way I see it now, or a Democrat. But anyways, let's go back to stocks. Never mind politics. So value stocks don't work, and growth stocks don't work. So what do? Well, what you do is just look for opportunities, okay? Just look for opportunities where you see the pockets of money going. Like the other day, okay? We bought some stocks the other day. That one was, I think it was ADM, I think it was ADM. We bought ADM. Little pocket there. We saw some relative strength. We bought that. Did well. We bought Zion Bank, CMA Bank, RF Bank. Did well with those. We saw pockets of strength in there. Did well with those. And then now we're starting to short again. So you always make money, no matter if the market's screwed up because of the way they're managing it. This all has to do with Powell. He's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to be in this kind of mess because he's driving us right into not a recession, but he's driving us right into stagflation. Because again, when you have value stocks not working and you don't have growth stocks aren't working, what the hell's left? There's nothing left. But if you're with Phil's gang, and you work with myself and Willie and Steve, hey, we'll always have you on the right track. Now, here's another thing that's a problem for people, for investors. They'll tell you what stocks do best when rates, they'll tell you, here are the stocks do best when rates increase. And I'll give you this list when I get back. I'll give you the list of what stocks you're supposed to be in when rates increase and what stock groups you're supposed to be in when rates go down. Be right back. Join my gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market. What are you, nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Good afternoon, America. Now, listen, this is Steve here at philsgang.com, and I just, sometimes you want to go out and you want to hand your money to a stockbroker and say, hey, can you invest my money for me? Because I don't have time to, take care of this. I don't really know what I'm doing. And, of course, the broker is going to be like, sure, I'll take care of that for you, no problem. And that's great, right? Because it gives you like a bit of freedom and some luxury in your life. However, what happens is they take your account, they shuffle it down under a pile of about 500 people, and then the stock market goes into a crash. And guess what? Your account, your broker who was going to help you, has you at the bottom of that pile, and now they're not going to help you until the market has finally crashed and you've lost almost half of everything that you've worked so hard to gain. If you want to find out how to do that on your own and not deal with the stockbrokers, philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com. Give us a call at 877-600-4264. We'll see you on the charts. Back to you, Phil.
All right, Steve. Now, again, you can meet Steve, myself, and Willie as we start our classes. Remember, we start at 4 in the morning here. We put together all the information we can gather over the overseas markets. They're closing. And we do coffee talk. So we try to get our gang off on the right foot so they know what to expect based on what happens in Europe. We finish that. Then we start at 9:30, our class, when the market opens. And we really focus on, relative strength in a stock, how to buy, how to sell short, and all about pattern recognition. It's pattern recognition because you're recognizing where the money is going. If you listen to this garbage you hear, all this noise, it means nothing. You've got to listen to the market. The market sends you messages, Really. We have the best charts in the world. I think we do, They're color-coded. They tell you when to buy, and they tell you when to sell. They tell you when to sell short. That's the biggest advantage you can have, because then you're detached from all the noise. It doesn't make money. Then you make money consistently. It's very, very difficult to try to make money, especially in a 401k, where all you can do is make money when stocks go up. You know how difficult that is? Just like when they tell you to buy and hold the stock. That's insane. Buy and hold the stock. And you sit there and just keep losing money when you could be making money by just having it being reversed and selling it short. So why don't you just go to my site, philsgang.com, click where it says Get Started, 10 days free. You'll have fun with it the next 10 days. And then at the end you decide not to stay with us, that's okay. And then just remember, with the knowledge you learn from those 10 days, if you start making a little bit of money, just remember St. Jude. We'd really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get to, again, how do you make money? You make money in this kind of a market when you really shouldn't be buying value stocks, and you shouldn't be really buying growth stocks. And this guy said it all. I'm glad I heard it.
The market is up 20%. It's all been PE multiple expansion. That's only happened to this degree in 2020 and 2009 when the Fed was cutting rates and they were stimulating the economy, not when they were raising rates.
Yeah, exactly. He got it right. Markets don't go up when you're raising rates, but our market does because they do financial engineering. And what's that financial engineering do? Kill your economy, kills your jobs, kills your wages, your savings. Because the more money you keep on printing, and then Powell takes it, gives it to all his banks, and he tells you, get it out there in loans, and you don't bring that money back in. You don't tighten enough to bring that money back in, and you leave that money sloshing around out there, then they keep doing the same stupid things. The same stupid malinvestments, especially our government with the crazy stuff they do. And that's why we can't get anywhere. But if you know how to short a stock, as well as buying a stock going long, then you make money no matter if stocks go up or down. And the best thing to do is that we have many, many gang members who just buy either the Qs or the spiders. Qs or spiders. That's it. So check it out. So again, if you look at, they'll say to you, okay, what stock should I be in, okay, when rates go up? Well, normally, when rates are increasing, you get into information technology stocks like Amazon and Cisco and Oracle, and you'll make money. Or you get into financials, banks, or healthcare, or get into communication service like Google or Meta or Netflix or Verizon. You get into those and you'll make money because it's going the right way. If rates are increasing, you should be making money in those stocks. But see, it doesn't work like that anymore. Now, when rates, now again, they'll also say, okay, these stocks will do poorly. Okay, these stocks will do poorly when rates increase. So if rates are increased, they'll say stay out of industrial, stay out of materials, real estate, consumer staples, consumer discretionary. But you'll see them go up. So how the hell are they going up? Because see, with all this money, they're just taking it and putting it into stocks, putting it into anything, because we don't take the money out. So that's what happens. So you have consumer discretionary stocks going up when they shouldn't. Or you have tech stocks going up when they shouldn't. You have bank stocks going up when they shouldn't. So the only way you can make money is follow that money. So if they're going to push up healthcare stocks, and they shouldn't go up, what difference does it make? As long as you have the charts like we have, our own personal charts, what identifies, hey, healthcare is going up. Who cares if it's supposed to go up or not, based on if rates are high or low? Doesn't matter anymore. See, that's the only way you're going to make money in this business. And it's easy to do as long as you have the right tools. So again, remember, we're in a situation right now, okay, that we're going to not just go into a recession. I mean, think about it. I can give you all the leading indicators that are going to tell you not only are we going to go into a recession, but we're going to go past that October low. Yield curve, durable goods, I give them all to you. Manufacturing orders are terrible, durable goods orders. Production is terrible, manufacturing. We just got the New York Empire manufacturing, negative. Philly Fed, negative. So you have to wonder when a stock goes up, you go, how's it going up? With all this bad information. Because it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. But see, and that's going to cause more than a recession. But see, they're lying to you and tell you there's not going to be a recession. Well, there is. You can't stop this recession as long as the money stays in that market. You've got to pull the money out. There's only one way to fix it with a recession. We've only had 7 since the 1980s. 7 recessions, that's it. That's it. They don't want to do them anymore. They don't want to do them anymore. Who? The politicians. They don't want to do it anymore. They want people to have all this money to go out and keep spending. They don't care about inflation. They don't care about jobs. Keep people happy if they can go buy stuff. But here's the downside of all this. We're going to go from recession to stagflation. Boy, you get into stagflation, that's the last place you want to be. And that's when you want to have the skills to sell short, because that's when you can make a lot of money selling short. Because stagflation is a combination of, we have slow economic growth, right? We have high inflation, right? Okay. And then now, here's the problem. Oil is going to go to $85 to $100. $85 to $100. Can you imagine? That's where it's going. I hear everybody going, no, I'll never do it. I'll tell you why when I get back. We're going to $100 oil again and what it's going to do to us. But we can make money if you know how to short. Be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grandy at philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang radio show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, inflation is really 10, 12%. We all know that. We're lied to when it comes to all these numbers. And also, the GDP, they lie to us. I always tell you that. They lie about GDP. When they say we have growth when we don't, when it's negative. And here's the proof right here. Listen to this. I was so happy to hear this.
So one of the dirty little secrets within the GDP report, right, for the first quarter was that nominal revenue growth actually flatlined for corporate America. Real revenue growth, when you strip inflation out, has actually been declining now for a couple of quarters, right? So what is happening to corporate America right now? They've got real volume sales that are falling. They got employment levels that are still stuck high and increasing. They're losing productivity. They're losing efficiency.
See, and you'll never hear that. You'll never hear it from these people. No, they just won't. They just won't tell you the truth, because that's that's the White House. You got Jared Bernstein in charge, and he lies to us every day. Same old. We got 13 million jobs. Just drives you nuts. But remember, as long as you have the tools, like a carpenter or a plumber, as long as you got good tools, you can go to any job and you can fix it. And think of it. That's how we think of it here at Phil's Gang. As long as we follow the money, we don't want to hear the noise from CNBC or Fox Business. We don't hear it. I don't want to hear it. Just let me follow the money, and that's what we do. And our charts are designed. We personally built our own charts designed so you know when to buy, you know when to sell. And what a help that is when you're looking at your own charts, right? That you're used to, and you go to make your order entry on your chart. And then you look at ours and you go, I got confidence now. That thing's always right. It says to buy. I mean, what a difference that makes. You're sitting there, right? You're going to enter a stock to buy. And you enter it on your platform, right? And before you do that, you pop up the Pro 2, you look, and it gives you a buy signal. You go, boy, that. And then all of a sudden you depend on it. You can't. It's a great add-on product. It really is. It's a great product. You should check it out. Use it free for 10 days. Just join our gang. You see it works. Okay. Now, the other thing that we got to remember is oil is going to go to $85 to $100. That's why we're going to go for a recession. Okay, into stagflation. There's no question about it. Why? Because the Bidens have been selling oil from the refiner, from our oil reserves, to their Chinese communist government partners who they are in business with on the largest refiner in Asia. I want to play something now. This is not a political show, but this ties into why oil is going to $100. And this really explains who the partners are. Okay, this was the other night. This was Peter Schweitzer. Listen to what he's saying.
Just look at China. Based on the laptop, based on public corporate records, what we know is that Hunter Biden and the Biden family received $31 million from 4 businessmen in China. And when you look at those 4 businessmen in China, these are not ordinary businessmen. These are not even ordinary members of the Chinese Communist Party. Each and every one of them has ties to the highest levels of Chinese intelligence. Che Feng, who arranged a $20 million deal for Hunter Biden, that private equity deal. His business partner at the same time he's setting up Hunter Biden was the Vice Minister for State Security for China, whose job is to recruit foreign nationals to spy for China. Or look at Henry Zhao, who wires $5 million to Hunter Biden. He wires him the $5 million out of an account of a company called Harvest that Henry Zhao co-owns with the family of the former Minister of State Security who runs the entire spy apparatus in China. Or you look at Chairman Yi, the CEFC energy company, who sends $6 million to Hunter Biden. His previous job before he gets appointed to this energy position is running an organization that is widely known to be a front for Chinese military intelligence.
Wow. So that's what's going on. When people say there's no proof, well, you decide. But my point is, when you have that kind of stuff that's going on, okay, that has a big effect on the economy. A big effect on the economy because decisions are being made. Now remember, you take in the Senate, okay, controlled by the Democrats. They're going to do everything they can, right, to take care of the power, It's nothing to do with us anymore. It's not about us. But it doesn't mean that you can't make money in the market. Matter of fact, it's a bigger opportunity because I always found out in my 52 years, when you got outside of the norm, and all you had to do was follow the money instead of following fundamentals, it was always much easier, always much more profitable, because when you don't have to fiddle with the fundamentals, what a difference that makes. Because when you got to go through all the fundamentals and study the fundamentals, that is hard. And it's really time consuming. You got to go look at the PE ratios, and oh my God. And I mean, that is really tough stuff. So again, we're sitting here right now, all right? And you're sitting here with the S&P. The PE ratio is insane, okay? PE ratio is insane. I don't know how you can make money buying these value stocks, as I talked about earlier. I don't know how. Because if you buy those value stocks and you believe in those value stocks and believe why you should be buying from what they tell you on a fundamental basis, you're going to lose money. But if you buy the fundamental stocks based on the flow of money going in, which you buy, and then you believe that, and then when the money starts coming out, take your position off and turn around, reverse it, and short it, how can you not make money? How can you not make money? But when you have an economy, okay, right now, that you've got jobs that are so weak, and I'm so sick of hearing how jobs are, so strong. No, they're not. When a person needs 2 to 3 jobs to make ends meet, how's that a strong labor market? It's a strong labor market when he only has one job. And that job, he gets good benefits. Out of that job, he can save. He has good health insurance. He has a good retirement plan. We don't have any of that. Because, see, nobody's focusing on that. So, again, you're going to see these oil prices go to $100. Mark that down. Okay, the Phil Grandy said that, $3.55 and $7.25. You're going to see us go to $85 to $100 on the oil partner, on these deals, because our oil is so low. And the other thing, don't forget, is not only have they been pulling oil from our reserves to give it to Chinese communist partners, who have the largest refiner in Asia. Again, it's a partnership between the Bidens and the communists. And they need oil, so they take it from our reserves. We have never replaced that oil. And then you got the Saudis, and you got OPEC, who are screwing around with us, right? They're cutting back. So there's no way that you're going to see oil keep going down. You're going to see it. We're not. Oil today is, what is it today? 76, is it? 73? But we're not that far from 85 already. 70, 79, we're almost at 80s. You mark my words. And when oil starts going up, how's it going to go up? Watch the dollar. The dollar's going to keep coming down. There's no question about the dollar's going to keep coming down. And if you continually watch that dollar, then you know you're going to be okay when you buy oil. Because remember, the dollar, those rising yields causes the dollar to rally. So they got to keep on raising rates. They got to keep on, the yields are going to keep going up. And there's going to be demand for dollars, okay? I mean, no demand for dollars. The dollars are going to tank, okay? And when those dollars tank, you're going to see oil continuing to go up. You're going to see our gold go up. All commodities are going to go up. And again, remember, don't buy and hold stocks. I mean, if you buy and hold the stock, you're going to lose so much money, okay? And try to stay with these same groups. Stay with your big tech. Learn how to short. Stay with your semis. Learn how to buy and sell short. Okay, if you learn how to sell short in oil, in the banks, okay, in metals, you'll always be making money. And also in your leisure stocks. Look, we're here to help you. Try it for 30 days. It's free. And once you learn how to sell short, it's amazing. It's amazing. You're going to say, why didn't I do this before? Because now I don't care what games the Republicans are playing or the Democrats. Now, Republicans aren't any better. They're all the same. But I always say, right now, you're either an American or you're a Democrat, one or the other.
You You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.